When Fred got involved with ABC, he saw the struggles that many of the contractors were having, and Fred took the forefront of being the legal liaison.
A very respected attorney. He's an expert in labor law.
Very early on in my legal career, I represented a union contractor, who was involved in a dispute with the IBEW. And the IBEW was very, very ruthless about its position and pulled these agreements and really seemed to me were willing to put this contractor out of business. And when I left that meeting, I think I was 26 or so, I remember thinking, you know, this is there's something about this that this just seems wrong to me and inappropriate.
Fred's level-headed. He's the type of person who goes at things with a thought process that's not hurried, it's not heated, it's what's best for the situation, and Fred comes up with answers that benefits the merit shop business. I
started out as the chair of the Legal and Legislative Affairs Committee. That led to running for the board. So I was on the board as an official member for a number of years. At some point, I began to feel like that could represent a conflict of interest, and so I asked just to be an advisory member of the board.
All the board members cycle through every 3 years. Fred has been the only constant member of that board for the past 35 years.
He doesn't waver easily. He listens. He's been the chapter attorney. And I think members that have interacted with him when they've been in need have found out that, you know, at the end of the day, it's not all about Fred, it's not all about his practice, it's about the member.
Whenever there's been a problem, whenever an issue has arisen in the merit shop and in the industry, I think Fred's taken a very proactive approach to trying to find a solution.
In the 80s, there was a lot of union organizing, and I think we developed some very unique approaches for repelling that and for succeeding with it. And contractors were fearful of saying anything. They were fearful of what they could say, what they couldn't say.
He made owners and supervisors comfortable talking to their employees about those issues by training them and by discussing it with them.
It enabled contractors to get their message out. It enabled them to talk to their employees. It enabled them to really reach their employees with an open shop philosophical message that resonated.
ABC is a whole bunch of small, medium-sized businesses, and usually on the other side of the table from us are national unions that have deep pockets. Sometimes it's the federal or state government, and they really have almost unlimited resources.
You are, to a degree, the underdog.
In order to win when you're the underdog, you have to have a strategy and a plan.
I realized early on that a voice for a small employer in the construction industry is hard to find. That's what ABC is. And so frankly, every chance I got, or every chance I had, I would encourage people that we were representing and working with to join and become a part of ABC, and also to become active in ABC.
Fred actually drafted the original document for the Ohio Valley Construction Education Foundation, or we call it OVCEF. Fred worked with ABC and OVCEF to establish a partnership with OSHA, where we actually run a training academy. And also, they established a program called the Voluntary Protection Program, which has been adopted all across the country for construction employers. And right now, several of ABC's members in our chapter are VPP members and are some of the safest construction companies in the world.
If you really believe in these things that we're talking about, if you really believe in the things that we're explaining to the workforce and we're educating the workforce about, then you ought to be a part of this trade association.
If anyone in this chapter is leaving a legacy, Fred Ungerman has done that.